Nearly 40 states use the WIDA ACCESS test to determine whether English learners still require language services. The test looks at students' skills in listening, speaking, writing, and reading in English across academic subjects, including math, science, and social studies. It's sometimes considered even more rigorous than typical standardized tests that students have to take, and WIDA offers sample questions and test practices online for free, so we decided to check it out for ourselves. In the listening portion of the test, students pay attention to audio prompts and questions to know what images or text to click for a correct response.
Look at the graph and listen as Mr. Carter talks to his students about it.
In addition to the audio cues, images are also available on hand, so the students get more context, and it also helps them out in case they didn't pay close attention to those audio recordings. In the speaking portion of the test, students actually record themselves responding to prompts or questions. I am in grade 3. They also have images on hand for additional context, and the test reminds students to think about what they want to say before they hit record. The writing portion of the test involves typing out sentences and paragraphs. Students also have images on hand, and spelling errors are not penalized because those types of clerical errors also show up in the writing of non-English learners. The test is ultimately trying to figure out if English learners can understand what they're being asked to communicate in written English. And in the reading section of the test, students fill out multiple choice questions, which involves clicking on text or clicking and dragging images to respond to the questions. Overall, students get to go through several practice questions for each section of the test on given test days, so they can better familiarize themselves with the technology and how it works, such as clicking and dragging or how to record themselves. Though even as an adult, I had to pay close attention, especially to the listening and speaking sections, to make sure I caught all of the audio recordings in one go. But practice for the test doesn't just involve practice questions. It also involves language practice in the classroom. Experts recommend that all teachers, not just specialized teachers, ensure that English learners have plenty of opportunities to practice writing, speaking, listening, and reading in English in general classrooms. This helps students out in their language development and also better prepares them for the WIDA test itself. To learn more about how the test works, to understand why it's important for all teachers to know about this test, and to explore resources for educators, visit edweek.org.